Hello everyone, this is Khushbakht and welcome back to Software Codes. Today we are going to start our second lecture. Second lecture is about how to install the Android Studio and Flutter. So, first of all we are going to install the Flutter. For this, open your web browser and write Flutter. Then open its official web page, its website. Here you can see flutter.dev. There is a button get started, click on it. We are installing for Windows, so click on Windows. Okay, here is the process. First of all we are going to install Git for our Windows. Click on it. I want to install the 64-bit. And here is the Git. It will take 5 to 10 minutes. If it depends on your internet speed. So Git has been downloaded and now we are gonna install it. Okay, just click on it and give the permission. Click on next button. Select the path where you want to install it. I will just leave it as it is. Click next. Okay, if you have already installed the Git, so there is no need to install it again. And if you haven't installed Git in your system, so you can. So just click on next, and again next and next. Just check its configuration, and I will just click on next and again next and again next. I will leave it as default. Next and next and next, and that's it. It will start installing. It will take 2 to 3 minutes or maybe less. We are gonna wait for it. So it's installing. Okay, it's near to finish. So Git has been installed, and just click on finish. Okay, well, fine. Now we are gonna install the Flutter. Here you can see the blue button. Just click on it. It will download the SDK. I have already downloaded it. Here it is. Okay, just extract that file. Extract here. Yes, to all. So it has took a few minutes and now it has been extracted. This is our file. What we are gonna do now is we will go to document and create a folder with the name of Flutter dev folder. Be careful, do not include any space or any special characters. So it's better to just write it as it is. Okay, now what we are gonna do, we will go to the folder where we have extracted it. So here is our file. We have extracted it. What we are going to do, we will copy this folder and pasted it here. So after pasting it here, what we are gonna do, we'll click here and find Flutter console. Click here, you will see a CMD like this. Type a command Flutter doctor and click enter. It will download the packages which is required for it. So now you can see Flutter doctor command has run, and there are 3 issues we have to resolve it. The first is that we have to set the environment for it, and the second is we have to install Visual Studio for Windows. If you are working on Windows, so you have to install the Visual Studio, and the third is we also have to install Android Studio. So what we are gonna do, we will first of all set the environment. Press the window button and type env, click on it, and then environment setting, come to path. So what you are gonna do, you have to click the edit button. I will delete the previous one. To your command, then you have to come to bin, click here, copy the path, and then click the new button, paste it here, and press OK, and again OK. The purpose of setting the environment is this, that you can access the Flutter anywhere from the system. So what we are gonna do, we will close that console, open CMD and type Flutter. It means now Flutter has been installed and you can access it. We will also run the command Flutter doctor, and here is okay. Now you can access it anywhere. Now what we are gonna do, we are gonna install the Visual Studio, but before this we are gonna install the Android Studio. So now for installing the Android Studio, you have to again come to the Flutter dev, and from where you have already installed the Flutter SDK, downloaded it, you have to come down, scroll it. Here you can get the setup of Android Studio. Click here, and from here you can download the Android Studio. Just click on I have read and agreed and download Android Studio. It will start downloading. I have already downloaded it, so I have already downloaded the Android Studio. Just click on it, provide the permission, click next, and again next, and again next. If you want to change the path, you can change it. I am not going to change the path, so I'm leaving it as it is. Again next, and install. It will take few minutes. So installation has been completed. Now we will click on next button and finish. Okay. So what you are gonna do, was already installed, so it has it is open now. When you are going to install the Android Studio for the first time, a pop-up will show. It will ask for configuration and will be config or installation folder, and the second click on next. Then another two options will be there, standard or custom. You have to select the standard, and then obviously it will give you an option of a light or dark screen. I have preferred the Dracula one theme, and then you have to just click on next button. It will download some files, and then now what you are gonna do, you have to go to settings, and within settings there is plugins. Here you have to search for Flutter. My Flutter is installed. Okay, so what you are gonna do, you have to click the install button. It will ask that you have to do you want to install the Dart? Also install the Dart for it, because we need both. When both of them is installed, now we will run the Flutter doctor command, and we will check that what's remaining. Here you can find any of the issue in your Android Studio setup or Flutter setup. Okay, we have one issue here. Let's check it out. Okay, we have to install the Visual Studio, as I have already mentioned. So for Visual Studio 2, what we are gonna do, we will go to the Chrome or web browser. We will type Visual Studio. Okay, here click here, and you have to download it for Windows. Okay, community, and it has been started. Okay, this has been downloaded. Now what we are going to do, we will click on it. Yes, continue. Okay, here what we have to do is we have to select this for desktop. Okay, and we have to click install. It will take some time, so I'm gonna fast. So you can just has been installed. So this has been installed, and now we are gonna check that is there any issue or not. So we will run the Flutter doctor command, and no, there is no issue. Our Android Studio setup and Flutter installation has been done. This was our second lecture about the installation and setup configuration. If you people have any question or any problem you are facing in installation, you can ask in comment box. To stay in a link, just click on the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Thank you.